Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the PPP show. Yeah, you got my girl
Popcorns and pajamas.
and your boy, President Dontae. We're going to talk about politics and everything today. We're going to do some reaction videos today. We're going to do something a little different, but we're going to talk like we normally do anyway. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Popcorn told me to surprise her with the video, so I'm just going to surprise her. So we're going to go ahead without further ado and to get started with the first video. Let's get it. Let me get it here. And here we go.
All you Democrats out there are walking around acting like it's somebody else's fault that in the year 2024, you're begging a soon-to-be 82-year-old incumbent to run for re-election and win for you because you haven't had a damn soul that can take them. 4 indictments, 91 counts, 2 impeachments, civil suits against them, elevating above $400 million. And he is whipping y'all ass. All you Democrats out there.
All right, so Popcorn, what say you about that?
Now, I'm going to have to be honest with you. There is very few times, if any, that I agree with Stephen A. Smith, because I'm not a fan of Stephen A. Smith. He flip-flops too much to me. He just phony to me. But this is one time I agree with him. I agree with him with everything he said. They are begging a geriatric, yes, and I know Trump is one too, but this is a geriatric, I'm sorry, I had a body moment. He go to sleep while he talking, him. So, yeah, and Trump is whooping his ass. I agree, Eric. I agree with him. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing was so funny about it, he said that, they are pushing an 82-year-old man because they believe that he can win for them and he can't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's ironic how they always walk around it. Now people talk about Trump was sleeping in court. Well, I will probably be sleeping in court too if I was sitting there in the case that I know I had no business being in. These Democrats, they are going against, Trump. But yet, so they uplifted Biden for some reason. I don't understand why Biden is getting all this support from people that know this man is incompetent, knowing this man is going through dementia, knowing this man is, causing wars all over the place, that he's really not running the country. So I don't understand how Democrats could support this man, knowing that since he's been in office, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong under his administration.
One reason I think that Democrats support him, and especially Black Democrats, because they've been so brainwashed to think they can't support anybody else but Democrats. No matter how bad the candidate is, no matter how much they've done to the Black community, no matter how much they have destroyed the country, no matter what, if they're a Democrat, you vote blue no matter who, and they have been brainwashed to think if you don't vote blue, then you're a traitor against your race. But Malcolm X said if you do vote for a Democrat, you're a traitor to your race. So, at the end of the day, I'm the type of person, y'all can call me whatever you want to call me. You can call me a traitor to my race, a lady coon, or auntie Tom, whatever you want to call me. But at the end of the day, Democrat will not get my vote. It is what it is.
And I feel you on that, sis. And the thing is, what's so funny to me, that after all this stuff they're throwing at Trump, they're throwing everything, the sink, the bathtub, the stove, the car, everything at this man. And he's still beating Biden in the polls. People are starting to gravitate towards Trump more and more. Even when he went to Harlem the other day, you know what I'm saying, how they received him. He went to Chick-fil-A. Some people said it was a grip, it was a setup. Okay, even if that be true, we know that they're setting up everything when it comes to Biden. Everything they're doing is proper Biden up. Is even being said, I believe her name is Sage, Miss Sage or something like that. She's saying that everything that Biden does is scripted. Like he had to read everything. And I'm watching this man literally in a talking to a prime minister, and he's literally reading a cue card. But this is what people are voting for. And when you try to call out things about Biden that is racist, when you try to call out things about him that is, basically anti-God, all these things, but Trump is the racist. Trump won't rate the Black people. Central Park 5, all this and the third. When people actually read the article, they realize that Central Park 5 had nothing to do with those individuals that was allegedly, accused of rape. It wasn't that. But it's just amazing to me that, everything that goes on with Joe Biden, I guess because it's associated with Obama, that's the reason why Black people feel like they have to be loyal to this man. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you think about that? Do you think that this is the reason why so many black people are loyal to Biden is because of Obama?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Obama picked him to be his VP, and nothing you say or do is going to turn them against. They say, I earned Jesus against their black Jesus because Barack Obama is their black Jesus. If you say anything against Barack Obama, these people will want to stand in the middle of the street and shoot you, the stop sign, the yield sign, the red lights, and everything else. Jeff was saying something about Barack Obama. They voted for Biden, not because Joe Biden is a good candidate, not because Joe Biden is better than Trump. They voted for Biden because he was Obama's vice president. And it is what it is.
And they hate for Trump. Because the media has made Trump look so bad. But then, like I say, I think people are starting to use their brains, and they're starting to, not be like robots, to start to see like, wait a minute, this is political persecution. This is election interference, because this man, honestly, you going back 20, 30 years trying to bring something on this man that you should have dealt with way before now. And we know that this is an election season. So the media just putting out anything, and people are not really doing their own due diligence. They're just getting mad at you. They're getting mad at me because we're doing our homework, and we come out with things that's, against their narrative, and then they immediately say you're wrong. And I was listening to somebody this morning on the live, and they said something that was so important. They said, you know what? We have opinions. All of us have opinions. You have yours, I have mine. Everybody have theirs. We have no right to tell anybody their opinion is right or is wrong, because it's an opinion.
It's an opinion. It's an opinion. An opinion is not based on fact. An opinion is based on your opinion. Facts are based on facts.
Right.
Your opinion is based on your emotions aren't based on facts. Those are your emotions. Don't nobody care about your emotions. Don't nobody care about you crying and whining and talking about jumping off a bridge. Honey, I'll tip you over if you need some help. Don't nobody care nothing about that. Facts are facts, and your opinions are your opinions. And your opinion can never be wrong because it's your opinion.
Facts.
It's simple as that.
You're exactly right. And that's the thing that I just think that where we are right now in this country is that everybody is emotional based, they're opinion based. Nobody's trying to find out facts, and trying to find out what is working for us as a unit, as a country, because what I feel individually, that's one thing, but I can't impose that on the population. And right now, what we're seeing now is a fringe minority of people. They're putting everything on the majority of people, and then they're blaming one person, saying that he's doing everything. If Trump goes outside and it starts raining, it's Trump's fault. If it starts snowing, it's Trump's fault. But yet and still, when it comes to this Iran debacle that's going on right now, I believe you posted a video yesterday where Biden said that Obama will say that Trump will be the one to get us in a war with Iran. Looks like to me, Orange Man, is ironic, our Orange today, is not sitting in the White House.
He's not. Let me tell you something. If Trump sneezes in Georgia and somebody in California catch the flu, they're going to say Trump is the reason that man caught the flu because he sneezed when he was in Georgia. And if he wouldn't have sneezed in Georgia, that sneeze would have flowed up to California and that man would have caught the flu.
Exactly. We got to do better. Like I said, we're at a point now, sis. And we're not going to, hold your patience on. But the thing is like, we're in trouble and we're doomed.
Not just because of black people. That's what Biden said. I'm just repeating what the president said. The president of this great country.
Yeah,
I'm just repeating what the president said.
Right. And the way this country is going right now, sis, it's scary. It don't even look the same. It don't feel the same.
No, it don't.
It's just so full of darkness and so much of envy and so much evil. And it's just like you're trying to bring some light to this darkness. And it's like, you're a traitor, you're a coon, you're a bootlicker, you're Auntie Ruckus, you are Auntie Tom, all these things. I'm Uncle Tom, and people are literally to the point now where they're going around saying they would slap people. They would
actually let me tell you something. This country is as dark as that doggone State of the Union Joe Biden got up there with all that dark and that red and stuff behind him. This is how dark this country is because he's an evil person. But let me tell you something about people talking about they're going to slap somebody. Child, let me tell y'all something. And I'm going to say this politically correct because y'all know I'm working on me, so I got to try to be politically correct. I wish the fuck you would. That as simple as that. That's as politically correct as I'm going to get. I wish the fuck you would. And when you do, I'm going to just ask you because you ain't going to have time to get no GoFundMe. I hope you got you some insurance. And we can leave that there.
And she said, And she said what she said, y'all. And she mean
And
it.
I meant what I said.
She said that with her chest, y'all. You know, I mean, y'all get to see. I'm telling you, the more we do this right here, you're going to see that, you know, we're going to see more of us that you probably won't see on TikTok because we can't say everything we want to say like we can here. You know, and I know YouTube have its little issues, but it's not as bad as TikTok. TikTok, you can't even breathe wrong without them giving you a strike. I mean, that's just real talk. But we're gonna if you're done with that particular
I'm
statement,
just waiting on you.
okay, well, we'll go to the
I'm
next.
rolling with you. I'm rolling with you, baby.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
refer you to your face would be you, but you don't get to require me to use incorrect grammar and factually incorrect things. You're not a plural. You're one person.
I'm not a single woman, though. I'm a very special non-binary trans person, as you just pointed out. I
didn't
really
just
want to
point
stand
that
up
out.
in the crowd.
Okay, I'm not special. I'm just a boring old heterosexual married woman. But, you know, sorry about that. We're not allowed to do that anymore.
If you're a singular person, you have to use singular personal pronouns. It's no way to be a plural person. You can only be a singular person or a plurality of people. You cannot be a plural person. If you were in English class, you would probably get kicked out of the classroom. You would probably fail on your grades because you would be improperly using pronouns. You don't need to tell me what your pronouns are. Are you biological or are you not? Let's act in reality. She wasn't playing.
Good afternoon, Julia.
Thanks.
You know my pronouns are they, them. How are you doing?
Thank you for telling me your pronouns. I use correct grammar. So the only thing I would need to refer you.
I can't hear you. Your mic is muted.
Y'all, we have a technical difficulty. See, this is the fact of being able to, you know, do this thing off the cuff. We're learning. But what do you have to say about that?
Now I'm gonna tell you something. I agree with that young lady. She is plural because she is batshit crazy in her head. She got about 20 people in there talking to her. And listen, yeah, call her plural because she's talking to about 30 people in her head. Now, all jokes aside, because mental illness is real. All jokes aside, I'm just trying to, you know, make a little joke and break the ice. But let me tell you something. I ain't got time for that stupidity. I ain't got time to call they, them, those, child by. You are a one person. You were born a biological female, regardless of what you want to be calling. I don't have time for that. Not only do I not have time for those games, I'm not going to play those games with you. I'm not going to play those games with you. If you want all your other little friends to play those games with you, that's fine. But me, I'm not going to play those games with you. And if you expect me to play those games with you, you're going to be in the corner crying somewhere because it's not going to happen.
I feel you. That's all I can say because, I mean, we're having adults right now playing make-believe. Popcorn, play make-believe with me. I'm a dog. And when they even have to tell you how to speak to me. And that's what I'm saying. This is so weird that you have all these people talking about, call me they, them. And we know they, them is plural, is more than one person. But yet you are right. Mentally, they have a lot of people in their heads talking to them. And so when you're talking to that person, you're not necessarily talking to that person, you're talking to them. Whatever them people are in their head, you know, because one moment they feel like a man, the next minute they feel like a woman. Because this was funny to me is that these trans men and trans women, and this is no disrespect to them, but it's the truth. If a trans woman, you know, gets beat up by a man, then the first thing they want to say is they're a woman. If a trans man get beat up by a man, the first thing they want to say is that they're a woman. You can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like this. If you're a trans woman, you're biologically a male, and if you got in a fight with another male, it should be fair.
It's two men fighting.
Right.
It's two men fighting. Let's just be honest about it. It's two men fighting. But let me tell you this, President Dontae. And I'm being serious about this now. I go back to blaming the parents. And I'm going to tell you why I blame the parents. I know a lot of people say you shouldn't blame the parents. But I'm going to tell you why I blame the parents. Because at some point, y'all need to pull these children aside and tell them to get the hell and sit down somewhere. Ain't nobody got time for this stupidity. This is what you are. This is who you are. Nobody in the real world going to play these games with you. But it's too many parents out here playing this game with these kids and upholding this stupidity instead of telling them to get the hell somewhere and sit down because ain't nobody got time for that.
Right. Right. But why do you think the parents are okay in this for their kids to think like this? Even because when we was kids, we felt like everything. We felt like we was going to be a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, fireman, policeman, all those things we felt, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but as you start getting older, you start maturing, you realize, okay, this is something that I want to do or something I don't want to do. Even in my early 20s, I went to school for criminal justice. That's something I thought I wanted to do. As I got older, I'm like, not so really. So we're always evolving. We're always changing. So why would we have people get their children stuck in a place where things are irreversible, where they can't, once you cut off a penis, it don't grow back. Once you cut off breasts, they don't grow back. So why are they allowing these children to make these decisions? Is there something wrong with the parents?
Hell yeah. There's something wrong with the parent. Let me tell y'all something. This stuff started with these participation trophies. I told y'all a long time ago with these participation trophies crap. That everybody don't get a trophy. You don't get a trophy just because you played in the game. You don't get a trophy just because you showed up. You don't get a trophy just because you have on a uniform. You earn a trophy. You earn a trophy by winning, by practicing, by getting out there doing all you can do to make sure you win. And if you don't win this trophy this time, you go back, you work harder, you practice harder to come back and try to get another. But all of a sudden, every guy to get a participation trophy. You get a participation trophy because you showed up when your uniform and you ate ice cream. Well, he was there. He get a participation trophy. You get a participation trophy because your name is on the roster. No, they came up with this bull crap, giving everybody a participation trophy so their feelings can't be hurt, so you can collar them, so you can make life easier for them. But what you really did was made life harder for them because they don't know how to accept no. They don't know how to accept when people not going to play these silly games with them. They don't know how to get out there and work hard and strive for what you want because they think everything's supposed to be handed to them, just like them doggone participation trophies.
I mean, you said that, and I'm like that woman said, the thing is, I refer to you as you. I'm not, or I refer to you by your name. I'm not going to get caught up in your delusion. And, I don't care because see, this is how I am. I address you the way you present. You presenting yourself. I see a woman on this camera with me. If you look like a dude and you was, I'm like, what's up, dude? And if you tell me I'm a woman, I'm looking at you like you're crazy. Like, wow, you're the most manly woman I ever seen. And I mean, there are some women that look like men.
I did.
But at the same time, these women most times have husbands. It's weird to me. I know this woman, you can tell me she wasn't a butch, she wasn't a lesbian, but she had a whole husband at home. She was just a whole husband and had kids, but she was just masculine. She enjoyed working.
I know some girls like that. Mm-hmm.
She enjoyed that stuff, but she was a female and she was a heterosexual female. She wasn't, and that's why I tell people a lot of times they think because you act a certain way or you have certain characteristics that you have to be that. I'm not the most masculine man, but that don't mean that because I'm not the most masculine man that I'm supposed to be a homosexual. I'm supposed to be getting, my fudge packed. No, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? And just because women are somewhat masculine, don't mean they have to be licking nobody's carpet. I'm just saying.
I agree.
People don't understand that. Like I say, right now in 2024, we have the most manly men. They're the ones that's bending over these days. And you got all these pretty girls that, thinking they're, this, all that. And you thinking they got a man at home, they got a woman at home with a strap on, doing her. It just don't make sense to me where we have come. I mean, I know all these things have been going on forever today, but it's been exacerbated now. It's like in your face. Like,
because people are so afraid to speak out for. Let me say this before I answer that. I've been sitting here watching PopcornandPajamas scroll at the bottom of the screen for the last 5 minutes. I ain't seen President Dontae not one time. But I just wanted to put that out there. But let me say this, huh?
I said, see how she be calling me out, y'all. See, big
I'm just saying. But see, the thing of it is, people are so afraid to call people out now because they don't want to be labeled a certain kind of way. They don't want to be labeled a certain kind of way. They don't want to be labeled homophobic. They don't want to be labeled transphobic. They don't want to be labeled whatever. But the thing of it is, because I'm tired of people taking these words and switching them around. Nobody's afraid of the trans community. Nobody's afraid of the gay community. Nobody's afraid of the LGBT community. Stop me with that phobia, John. The only thing I am afraid of in this world, and I'm only speaking for me, is God. Anything else I can stand up against. I don't care what it is. I'm not afraid of, call me what you want to call me, transphobic, homophobic, gayophobic, manophobic, call me whatever you want to call me. It's not going to stop me from feeling the way I feel because I'm not afraid of any of you. But people got to start speaking out against it. And just because you don't agree with something, just because I don't agree with a man calling himself a woman, don't mean that I hate that man. I just don't agree with what he's saying. And people need to stop that. But people have gotten so afraid to speak up and speak out against anybody. And that is why we are crumbling. We are crumbling and dropping faster than we crumbling.
Yeah, it's a sad thing. You know what I'm saying? But Popcorn, I do have one more for you.
Okay. Oh my God. The
Oh,
way you smile, I don't even know.
it's really not bad. I promise you.
Okay.
It's actually pretty good. But
Okay.
I have one more for you.
Okay.
Let's check this one out.
All right.
Well, what about Trump? I'm going to say to you, Facebook, YouTube, and 11 o'clock, I'm going to say to you the same thing I said in the 8 o'clock. Write me, text me, email me, show me the immoral laws that Trump passed. Name one. I'll make it easy for you. Well, I didn't like his attitude. His attitude wasn't passed in the law. I didn't like the way he talked, me either, at times. But the way he talked wasn't law. I didn't like his use of profanity, me either. And I don't know why some of the preachers didn't like his use of profanity. I don't know what problem they had. Wait, some of these people use it. But that's not law. I'm talking about law. When you pass law, you're saying something to God. See, and Sodom and Gomorrah made immorality law. They made abominable behavior law, and God destroyed them.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about law. Well, he was a racist. I don't know his heart. I'll leave that up to you, you little gods. But I know this, his policies weren't. But if he was, he didn't pass that into law. So he divided this country. No, CNN, MSNBC, and the networks divided this country. They called everything racism. Everything is racist. Oh, you know what? Very few are bold enough or have the strength to say what I'm saying right now. And I make no apology. I make no apology. I don't back down at all. Send me something. I'm talking about law. I'm talking about law. And then here we are now we're going to pray against it. God ain't going to hear it. Bible teaches that the double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. You can't pray one way and vote another and then expect God to undo what you voted in.
Okay.
You did that. Well, we can pray all you want to. But you know what? It's law now. And you women, now you got to compete with men, trying to get your scholarship. Little black girl, she already have enough. You already a double minority. You're a female, African American, and female trying to make it. And you can play ball, you can play basketball, but you know what? Guess what? All Johnny got to do now is call himself Janice, and he can get on the team because he's going to make a better center than you. He'll be better on the post than you. I tell you, if you're going for the ball and he's going for the ball, he's going to beat you because he's stronger than you are. And now he's got your scholarship, and you are at Wendy's saying, do you want a number one or a number two or a number three?
Okay.
Because the opportunity to pass you by because a guy got your scholarship.
Okay.
And the sweet, lovable old man signed it into law.
Okay. I know that was a lot.
I feel like I just left church. Amen. Amen. And let me tell you something. I like me some Reverend Wooden because he tell it like it is. He don't sugarcoat it. He's straight to the point. And let me tell you something. He said something that I want to talk about. He said a lot that I want to talk about. But he said something that I want to talk about because he said you can't be say you believe in God or whatever and vote a certain kind of way. And I'm saying, and I did a video where I asked Christians, how can you call yourself a Christian and vote for the Democratic Party? And not one person that call themselves a Christian, they always be on there telling me they're a Democrat and they're a Christian. When I asked that question, not one person responded to me on and commented to me on that video when I asked them, how can you say you're a Christian and vote for the Democratic Party? He just said the same thing. You can't say you are a follower of God and vote a certain kind of way. You can't vote for the Democrats and say that you believe in God. You can't vote for the Democrats, then turn around and vote for the party that tell a child you can change your gender. You can't say you're a Christian and vote for a party who think it's okay to tell a man that he can be a woman he can be a man. You can't vote for a party and be a Christian and tell somebody that men can have children. You can't have babies. You cannot vote for a party that's you can't do it. And at the same time, you're saying you're a Christian. You cannot vote for a party who sit up here and hate. Say you're a Christian, but you're wishing nothing but downfall and hatred for your enemies because they tell you you're supposed to pray for your enemies. You're supposed to forgive your enemies. But you voting for a party who doing everything to destroy somebody, but you say you're a Christian. When I asked that in the video on TikTok, I promise you, little brother, now one of them so-called Democrats who always telling me, well, I'm a Christian, that's why I want to vote for Trump, answered that question. They could not answer to me why they say they are Christian and vote for the Democratic Party because they don't go together. It's oil and water. You cannot be a Christian and vote for the Democratic Party. It's oil and water. And Reverend Wood, let me tell you something. I just went to church. I don't even know if I need to go Sunday. I'm just being honest.
In real talk, like, I mean, when I look at it, and that's one of the reasons why I can't vote Democrat because of my convictions. I'm looking at a party that's promoting murder. You had Bill Maher say the other day that he knows abortion is murder, but it's okay. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
What I'm saying is when you start saying stuff like that, then me as a whole grown human, if somebody take my life, it's okay.
Then it's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because if it's murder and it's okay, then it's okay.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is in the Democrat Party, to me, I'm not saying all Democrats. I think a lot of them, because we have some ignorant conservatives. I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, but at the same time, I think a lot of these Democrats, we have been taught this. Like I said, you've never been a Democrat. I was.
But I have voted for a Democrat before.
You have voted for a Democrat and being a Democrat is two different things. You wasn't raised to be Democrat or have Democratic mindsets. You know what I'm saying? We was taught in the black church, Republicans are evil. Democrats are our friends. If you're black, you have to vote Democrat. And most of the Democrat preachers, most of the preachers were Democrat. So they taught that to us. So we thought that certain things were okay. That's why now you see like these big mega churches like Jamal Bryant, William Murphy, and all of them, they're pushing all this craziness, and all of them are Democrats. Now, Bishop Wooden is not a Democrat or Republican. He'll tell you he's an independent, but you can tell he's more conservative. Like most of them say, we're not Republican, I'm conservative. It's a big difference because these rhinos we have up there now, I don't know what to say about. They getting on my nerve. The whole part, both of them getting on my nerve. But the Republicans getting on my nerve even more because you have people like you and I and, Nola and all of us out here trying to speak up for the Republican Party. And then they go up there and make us like fools. Because we have to argue.
A lot of y'all. I can no fake news. Nola, conservative aunt, doggone Sandra Kay, Stacey. It's a lot.
I mean, a lot.
DJ Craig. But let me tell you this. That's why I said. And see, people like you, no fake news, all y'all, they will make it hard for y'all to get up there because you got to have all this money to run. You got to have all this money to run, which to me makes no sense at all. Your name should be able to get on the ballot. You should be able to get out there and tell people who you are, let people know who you are, and let people vote for you. But you got to have all this money to vote. And the reason, in my opinion, you got to have all this money to vote because they want to keep men like you and men who are going to stand up against this junk out of there. They want to keep y'all out of there. They want to keep y'all out of there because it shouldn't take that much money. So it shouldn't take that to get out there and vote for to be able to run. I mean, come on.
Service was supposed to be public servants, right?
That's exactly what you're supposed to be.
I've never known a public servant get paid more than their person that they work for. I've never seen that happen in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I look at these young four men, the Cartier family. I do videos. I love them little young guys.
I like them too.
And they're waking up and they're starting to look beyond the veil. They say, look, I'm not just going to be in my emotions. And I've seen their growth over time. Like, I
Yes,
mean,
I have
it
too.
was very much liberal, but they just like, wait a minute, because there's people that's out here and people get mad at you because what you're saying is resonating with people they want to control. See, that's a problem for me. I feel like this. If you're telling me something that's going to liberate me, make me free, great. But people get mad at you because you tell the truth and people say, Popcorn, you know what? I didn't even look at it that way. You don't make me think about some things. I'm going to research that. Then come back to you and say, you know what, Popcorn, you was right about that. Now I see something different about the Democrat Party. They don't want you to see that. They don't want you to do that because they lose control. And that's what's scaring the Democrat Party right now, because they don't have the control of the black vote like they used to. They don't have control of the Latino vote like they used to. They don't even have control of the black women vote like they used to. There's a lot of black women, they doing what you're saying. Hold on, Trump, we coming. A lot of black women are starting to wake up. So it's a lot of these people, even when you look at the Muslim community, they're saying, we done with you, Biden. I'm about to call him Biden. Biden.
That's my dad to call him Obama.
Yeah, I can see that. But and then I seen this other guy, I believe it's a Palestinian. He was saying that, we standing with Trump. We standing with Trump. I seen the video yesterday. I was like, whoa. He was like, we're standing with Trump because when Trump was in there, we wasn't going through all the stuff we're going through now. We wasn't going through where some of our young kids may end up having to be drafted into a war they did not sign up for. Yeah. Now, people like Harry Sisson.
No, you said it right. I mean, that's probably what it is. You said it right.
And all these young people, and this guy named, I can't think his name, Zeus, the guy, whatever his name is, all these people that sit up here promoting this stuff, they need to be the very ones go over there and deal with that. And then to send them across the border. I would take some of these, I'm really honest, some of these migrants come here, and I would take some of these good migrants and send some of these people that hate America to where they were and let them go ahead and come over here and show them how it's really done. Because you don't understand how good you have it in America. You can be a trans if you want to. Go to Palestine trying to be a trans.
Okay.
But that. You're going to get too far with them stuff over there. So, I mean, like I said, it's just a lot of stuff. Like I said, a lot of people waking up and, and I'm just grateful for this opportunity for us to be able to come and share and do what we do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Popcorn and Pajamas, I put her information in. Y'all see it. Y'all go follow her YouTube. Here go her TikTok information. Go follow her. I mean, like I said, Big Sis, she has helped me a lot.
Again, I don't see yours, but okay.
No, I'm actually going through saying where people can follow you. I'm going to make sure I take care of it, sis.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. She's got to always be big sister mode.
We in this thing together.
Well, you know what? Next week I'm going to probably have we're going to probably have somebody fill in for me next week if I'm not able to make it.
That's not gonna happen. We haven't had that conversation.
Messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
I had to close on the joke. I might have the, because we back up, we're groupies, so I might have, the headliner come back and,
Okay, let me say this right here to everybody who's watching this. There's only 2 people on the PPP show. That's President Dontae and Popcorns and Pajamas. Anybody else that's on this show, they're on here as a guest. And we welcome guests, and we're going to have guests. But there's only 2 headliners. That's Popcorns and Pajamas and President Dontae. And it is what it is. Everybody else a guest. I don't see if you care if you see them on here 2, 3, 4 times. They are a welcome guest.
And speaking of, if y'all, while we're here, before we close out, if there's somebody y'all would like to see us interview or do a show with, put it in the comments, inbox us, let us know. We'll definitely, vet the person out. We'll talk about it amongst ourselves, and we'll definitely do it because, again, we want to hear from y'all too. You know what I'm saying? We want to, incorporate y'all too. We'll probably do another live show because the last one was a success.
Yes, I loved it.
And so we definitely want to do more of those. And yeah, I really don't have anything else to say. I think it was a great show. I think this was awesome.
So do I.
Yeah, and we don't practice this stuff. Believe it or not, we just get on and hit record and go. And so it just come together. The way it does. But again, I thank all of you all for watching the video, taking time out to spend with Popcorn and Pajamas, President Dontae, and us talking about politics. That's what the PPP stand for. So again, we appreciate everything. I have nothing else to say. If my sis have anything else you want to say before we close, then you won't hear anything else from me. Love you all for real.
Well, I just want to say what I say all the time. I appreciate your support. Without y'all, without you guys, we just two people on here just talking. Y'all make us the PPP show. We thank you for your support. We hope you will continue to support us. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and see you next time.
See you later.